Poland is considered to be the most Christian country in the world. Not many countries has 98% of Catholics in their population. This is how statistics about Poland looks like. But in fact, I will tell you today how many of old Slavic pagan traditions are present in this Catholic country and how alive they are, even though the Poland is a Christian country for 1050 years. So I will tell you today the 20 very strong pagan traditions that are alive today in Poland, and most of these traditions are not only Slavic pagan traditions but widely Indo-European pagan traditions. So if you are from Germanic tradition or Celtic tradition or Iberic tradition, I think you can recognize some of these patterns, and let me know in comments, do you have some similar pagan traditions in your country? Number one, the Śmigus Dingus. It's a tradition when we spill water on others in one particular day in the year. In old Slavic times, it was in the first day of the spring. And now they incorporated, maybe not now, they incorporated this tradition to the Eastern because they cannot get rid of it. People were spilling water on them for hundreds of years, so they incorporated it to Eastern, and today, on the second day of Eastern holidays, we have this Śmigus Dingus tradition when we spill water on others. The second one, the most important Slavic festival, is a night of Kupała. It's a time when we have very big fire, when we dance, sing, and in ancient times it was also time for reproduction, because the biggest amount of children was born in March or April because of Kupała that was on the end of June, because it was when the night was shorter, when the summer starts, and 9 months after they were giving birth to these children. And it was very important and very logical, because children born in the spring had the most ability to survive the year. In old times, the spring and the summer was much more important for little children than it's today. So this very important Slavic pagan holiday, the Kupała night, is also incorporated in Catholic tradition, and it's called the Night of Saint John, but it's still the rules of this tradition is the same. Burning very big fire, dancing, singing, and love. Another tradition, when we have beginning of autumn, we have a big celebration connected with Thanksgiving for today it's Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus, but it's everything connected with the old Mother Earth, the pagan goddesses, and this is Thanksgiving for wheat, for cattle, for pigs, for all the goods the earth gave us so we can eat and live and prosper. So this tradition is very, very strong, and even though today they are worshipping Mother Mary, in fact all the actions they took are totally the same as 1000 years ago. And going farther in the year, we have the celebration of the death, one day after Halloween. And this is also very Slavic because we are burning candles on the graves, and in the old times people were also burning campfires to warm the ghosts, the spirits of ancestors, and to lead the way for them to their homes. And then the dark period of the year starts, and prophecies are very important. So there are a lot of events connected with prophecies. For example, the day of Saint Andrew is very widely celebrated in Poland because people make prophecies. They took wax and they spilled the wax on the water, and they try to come up with the future according to the shape of the wax on the water, for example. And the most pagan tradition in Poland is Christmas Eve. This celebration in Slavic times was connected with the birth of a god, the birth of sun, because sun was rising again after this longest night on 22 December, and the god of sun was rising and growing, and this was the most important celebration. They had very big feast with a lot of plates and with a lot of food and with a lot of prophecies. And today our Polish Christmas Eve is very, very similar to this old Slavic feast. We have, for example, a spare plate on the table where no one is sitting, but the plate is for the ghosts, for the spirits of our ancestors. You cannot, for example, take a spoon or a knife from a floor when it falls, because if it falls, it's the meaning that some spirit did it. Of course, in the middle of the night, you go to your dogs, cats, cattle, pigs, chicken, and so on, and they are supposed to speak human voice, because this is the holy magic night when they can also give you some guidance, some prophecies. Also, you can find wheat on your table, and with this wheat you can make some prophecies about prosperity in coming year. And as you can see, this whole celebration is filled with pagan traditions, but today we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, and it's called Christmas and so on. But in the rules, not much changed since the medieval pagan times. Also, we, for example, put red ribbons on the wagons for children when they are very small, because Slavic people believe that red color is especially good for making a magical barrier to defend the little child from the bad spirits, from demons that can take over his soul. So putting something red near the baby, typically is a red ribbon, will help defend the child from these demons. Also, when someone is talking something bad, you can always make a knock, knock, knock in wood. And this is also very old tradition, because in Slavic times people believed that in your table or in the wood, in the tree, is living a good spirit that can help you when you knock and wake him up. Also, you cannot greet someone through the door, threshold. You can greet him or inside your house or outside. You cannot do it through the door, threshold of your house, because this is a barrier between the outer and the inner world. And also we have tradition of bringing a maid when is young pair celebrating their marriage, and the man is bringing woman inside the house on his arms. It's very old, also Slavic, but not only Slavic tradition, I think. But it's totally pagan. When the winter is going to the end, we are building a very big doll, and this doll is Lady Winter. We call her Marzanna, and this doll is then killed to kill the winter and to let spring come. We are killing this doll by drowning in the water or burning, or drowning and burning together. So this is tradition from very old times, and still today children in schools are making this doll and are killing it by drowning or burning it. And a few years ago we built biggest doll for this celebration in Poland, and look how we burned it on the bank of a lake. And for example, there is also an interesting tradition in my region. When you are going outside from your home and you forget something and you come back to pick it up, you cannot go immediately outside, because this is deed of a bad demon that calls you back and he changed your path. So to trick the demon, you have to come back, sit for a while in your home, and then go again. So you are pretending doing another pure new journey. But because this is how we can trick this bad demon who wanted you to change your plans and perhaps made you some bad luck on your journey. So once again, please write what are your pagan traditions in your country, in your region. I'm very curious about it, and thank you for watching. It was Ziemowit about history. See you next time.